I made this delicious vegetable soup known as Efo Riro for a client, and I decided to share the video with you so that you can see how I was able to achieve this large quantity of vegetable soup. Okay, and I'm also going to be explaining the vegetables I used, so kindly watch till the end so you won't miss out on any information. I am Minister Jenny Alufa, and you're welcome to my channel. I will just pour all the meat together. The meat of your choice is okay. These are the kind of meat that the client wanted for the soup. So these are the meat that I used. So I'm just going to put in my onions, salt, pepper, and a seasoning and cover it to start cooking. I'm just going to turn it together and cover it to start cooking without adding extra water to it. You see it at the water in the meat while I was washing it would enable it to cook till the end without adding extra water to it. Then on a different pot, I am just going to take my stockfish because the clients needed stockfish in the soup. So I'm just going to take my stockfish and cook it separately with salt and allow it to steam. So as you can see, this has been cooking for some time now. I didn't pour in all the meat because different meat has different time of cooking. So after this has cooked for like some time, I poured in the kidney so that they can now blend with the cooking process. As you can see, the meat has been cooking and it's done, like they are cooked and it's not too cooked. So right now I'm just going to blend the pepper. I used tatashe and onions because I already had pepper in the meat, and the client told me not to add too much pepper, so I didn't add too much pepper. I'll add little pepper later while cooking the soup just to make sure that it's not too spicy. Now in a clean pot, I'm just going to heat up my red palm oil and pour in my onions. Allow it to steam and I'll pour in the blended tatashe and onions. Also allow it to steam for some minutes. This is actually one of my favorite pots. I have had this pot now for like 9 years. Yes. Let me know in the comment section below if you have some kind of old pot in your kitchen that you can't just let go, that you just love cooking with, that you don't just want to let it go. So as you can see, I added pepper to it a little just to give it a little spice because I don't want it to be too spicy. Here I have finished cooking the stockfish and I deboned it and I poured it in so that it can soak into that stew that you're seeing there. Then I poured in the goat meat. You see the goat meat, I wanted the goat meat to cook well, especially the back of the goat meat, so that when you are eating your soup, you won't have some fight with the meat. You know what I mean? As you can see, the butter is going there. Like, can you see that butter inside that pot? Like, I love cooking soup, and that noise it makes, it's everything, right? Right now, I added a little a crayfish, blended crayfish. I just poured in a little into it, and I also added 1 stalk of crayfish and turn it together and allow it to continue steaming. I'm just going to pour the meat later to add to it so that everything will soak together. While I was doing this, I was also frying some fish to add to the soup. So feel free to use any protein that you like, okay, and it's very okay. As you can see, I am trying to know, I bought a lot of meat, so but the quantity I will be using depends on how I want it to be, because you wouldn't want the meat to be too much for the soup or for it to be too small for the soup. So just gauge it, and as you are cooking, and you are good to go. Now, the ogak patapata of them all, like the vegetables for the soup, I am using, here in Italia we call it BIETOLA, while in English it's called SWISS CHARD. Okay, this vegetable, it's one vegetable that you can use to substitute when you are cooking vegetable soup when you are living abroad. This Swiss chard is very nutritious. It's very good for the body. Like, it's very beneficial. It's filled with all kind of vitamins. The same thing with spinach too. It's very, very nutritious, and you can eat them raw. But when cooking vegetable soup, see the way I did it, I just sliced them and poured water, boiled water on them just to allow it to simmer for some time, and I pour it into a strain, and that was it, and that was all. When I was cooking later, I needed to pour it inside the stew. It didn't take me like 2 minutes and the soup was ready. These two vegetables that I use are the vegetables that I use here in Italy when I want to prepare Efo Riro, and it gives me that good Efo Riro taste that it is in Nigeria, that we use our normal vegetables to cook back home in Nigeria. Do try it out and let me know in the comment section, or if maybe you have other alternatives that you use for your Efo Riro soup, also let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you have other suggestions you would like to give, or maybe any questions you would like to ask regarding this delicacy you are seeing here before you, and the swallow you would like to use to round this soup up, like pounded yam or fufu or eba or semo. For me, it's pounded yam right away for this delicacy. So I delivered this soup to my client, and my client was so satisfied, and they told me they enjoyed it so much. So let me know in the comment section if you want to try it out. Please do let me know. Give me a feedback on how it went. So thank you so much for watching till the end. Until I see you in my next video. Bye bye.